Hour is closing in. The world is changing before our eyes, setting the stage for the man of sin. But we have a hope that is steadfast and sure, who can stand the test of all time. Even as he came before, so he will come again to take those awaiting as his bride. Got to prepare the way, looking to the day of the coming King. Oh, open up your heart and make a new start and give him everything. Oh,
we must watch and we must pray, always looking to that day. Time is short, so don't delay.
Take a stand, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Prepare ye the way of the Lord. Prepare ye the way of the Lord.
Make his path straight, make his path straight.
For the kingdom of heaven,
The kingdom of heaven,
the kingdom of heaven,
kingdom of heaven,
the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
Well, hello, youngin'. I was out here taking care of these leaves. Seems like every time I turn around, they're back up here. Why don't you come on in and we'll light her some candles? All right, young whippersnapper, go ahead. Take a seat, have a seat, make yourself at home. Whoo-wee! Raking leaves is tiring. Why is it so tiring? Why am I so tired? Do you know? What? My music? What about my music? You think I'll be listening to what? The banjo? No. Oh, now, to be fair. The banjo is a highly underrated instrument. But truth is, I like all kinds of music, especially good music, and that music right there is special music. You see, that music right there is family. And that music, every time I listen to it, fills my heart with joy. The kind of joy that just spills out everywhere. Oh, it's so good to think about family around Christmas time. Not just the family that's still here, but the family that's gone on before us and is waiting on the other side of all things are being renewed and heaven and earth are being one. Yeah, I've not just been thinking about my family. I've been thinking about Jesus' family too a little bit. Did you know Jesus had a cousin named John? I know the feeling. We did. And you know what? God, he knew that John was going to be part of the story all along, all the way back in Isaiah. All the way back, Isaiah 40, and I think it's 3. And he said, talk about a voice in the wilderness saying, make straight the road in the desert. Make the way for the Lord. Prepare the way. The kingdom of heaven is a-coming. Because you see, there will be angels telling the shepherds at some point that Jesus is being born. But Imago Dei, we was created to work in unity with the Ancient of Days. And so he prophesied all the way back in Isaiah that there would be an Imago Dei. preaching the word of God about the big perspective shifts that is a coming. Which is kind of why I like John the Baptist. He's all about shifting perspective, changing things around. Yeah, that's John the Baptist. He was Jesus' cousin. Did you know Jesus had a cousin named John? Yeah, know the feeling. What? I said that already. Sorry, sometimes I go a bit in circles. You know what else is interesting about John? Yeah, his birth story is a little interesting too, you know? And his pa was a priest, and he got to go into Holy of Holies. And he was giving an incense offering, and all of a sudden, poof! The angel of the Lord is standing in front of him and says, Zacharias, because that was his pa's name was Zacharias, his mom's name was Elizabeth, and he says, Zacharias, Elizabeth's going to give birth to a little boy, and you're going to name him John. And you know what Zacharias did? Zacharias looked that angel of the Lord in the eye, and he knew he was an angel of the Lord because it says he was frightened and unsettled by this here vision. But he still looked right at it and said, how do I know it's true? What's the sign? You know what that boy needed? That boy needed a perspective shift. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to take that out on you. I don't think you made too much of a dent. They're smooth right out. Besides, unexpected perspective shifts are good for you every now and again. Kinda like eating your greens. I know it's a holiday, but you better be eating your greens. And I don't mean M&M's. Alright, where was I? Angels, right. Now see, here's the thing is this weren't just any angel. This was the big boy angel named Gabriel. You know, he's in charge of lots of stuff. And he felt the same way I do about Zacharias. He's like, you want a sign? Fine, you're not going to be able to talk until that baby boy is born and you name him John. And then Zacharias leaves and they can tell, oh, something big has happened, but he can't talk because he asked an angel of the Lord for a sign. Just saying. Some people. I know he was old. I know his wife was old. I know it was supposed to be impossible, but it's God involved. I mean, angel of the Lord and all. Whatever. Look, if God sends an angel to tell you something's going to happen, it's probably going to happen, okay? Just take that out of there. And what's interesting is that, you know, that little baby boy, John, he was important right from the time he was just still in his mama's belly. He was just a little thing in his mama's belly, and her cousin Mary shows up, and of course Mary is Jesus' mom, right? And so Jesus is just this, you know, she just found this out. So Jesus is just this wriggly little thing in her tummy, right? But, you know, Elizabeth's further along, and so Mary walks through the door, and that little feller in Elizabeth's belly just started doing somersaults because he recognized right away the kingdom of heaven was there. He knew when he was still in his mama's tummy. See? Imago Dei. We know our Ancient of Days. We're connected. We're all connected. And then he went on and he grew up and he got himself in all kinds of trouble telling people it's changing, the kingdom of heaven is nigh, perspectives are shifting everywhere, sins are gonna be forgiven, and our salvation is at hand, the dawn we've been waiting on. Of course, all this was part of his father's prophecy when he's able to talk again. Of course, you know, he'd had 10 minutes to kind of think on his prophecy. He ain't said nothing in 10 months. Anyways, that was part of his prophecy. He's gonna go out there, and then Jesus showed up, and you know what else? He shows up, and John the Baptist gets to baptize him. It's right, Ancient of Days. He shows up, and he lets an Imago Dei baptize him because we're in this together and we're supposed to be in this together. And even with the important task of the Emmanuel coming in the world, the Ancient of Days wrote in the Imago Dei to be part of the story. And we're part of that story because now we're the ones that's saying, make way and prepare the way of the Lord because he's a-coming back. We just got another Advent. And it's our turn, and we're being commissioned to go out there and tell people, like John did, that we have perspective shifts because the kingdom of heaven is already here. And we're awaiting the day when all things will be renewed and heaven and earth are one. That's gonna be a good day. What? Candles? Oh yeah, forgot about them. Here you go. Let's see. 4 weeks ago. What was it? Oh yeah, hope and expectation. And then we had faith and preparation. What was that one? Joy and anticipation. And this week we has peace and gratitude. And I am grateful for my family, present and past. I'm grateful for the inheritance and the lineage of creativity that I received from them. And I am grateful that the Ancient of Days is still using the Imago Dei. He still has a purpose for me and a purpose for you. If you're here, he has a purpose for you. 'Cause that's how he's done it all along, is he's wanted to have a relationship where he gets to co-create and he just wants to be a part of things with us. He's inviting us and we can answer that and say yes. Oh, so, yeah. Ooh, I kind of want to get up and dance. You feel like you never did? No, you don't want to get up and dance? Oh, what? Fine. She says I've been talking too long, so I'm going to let you go. I'm going to say goodbye. See, I'm saying goodbye. What do you think I'm doing? Saying hello? You silly little mini cow. Oh, mini coos.
That are happening in this land. The walls of freedom are falling down, giving way to the bondage of man. But saints of God, look forward to the day of the Lord, when he shall rule with his mighty hand, bringing liberty, justice, and truth evermore. Won't you come to him, obey his command? Got to